Hello, everyone, and good afternoon. Today is Wednesday, June 18th, 2025, at 12:27, and today we have our updated Day 1 outlook. So, everything has basically remained the same. We now have a slight risk added for parts of Maryland, D.C., Delaware, Pennsylvania, and New Jersey. So we now have a slight risk out there that has been added. That's really the only thing I really see. I don't see really anything else, so we really have only the slight risk to have been added. So, Indianapolis, Toledo, Cincinnati, Louisville, and Lexington Fayette remain under an enhanced. Chicago, Philadelphia, Detroit, Columbus, and Memphis have a slight, with Philadelphia being added to a slight. And Dallas, Fort Worth, Milwaukee, Kansas City, and Arlington remain under a marginal. So let's go ahead and see if we have any changes here. Yes, we do. We now have a 10% hatch for parts of Illinois and Indiana. So we do now have a 10% hatch for those areas. Excuse me, no, that is not unhatched. It's just a 10%. There is no hatched. Don't know why I said that. That is just a 10%. So we have Indianapolis, Fort Wayne, Champaign, Bloomington, and Muncie under the 10%. Chicago, Detroit, Toledo, Louisville, and Grand Rapids remains under the 5%, and Columbus, Memphis, St. Louis, Cincinnati, and Lexington Fayette under the 2%. So, for the 10%, we now could see a brief EF2 tornado possible. So please be mindful that could be possible. 5% we could see an EF1 tornado possible. And 2% we could just see a brief EF0 tornado possible, but we now have the potential to see an EF2 tornado possible, especially in parts of Illinois and Indiana. Damaging wind risk, we do not have a change here for the 30%, so the wind risk basically remains the same from this morning, but we now have the 5% added for parts of Virginia, D.C., Maryland, Delaware, New Jersey, and Pennsylvania. So we do also have that 15% added for those areas now. So we have Indianapolis, Toledo, Cincinnati, Louisville, and Lexington Fayette remaining under a 30%. Chicago, Philadelphia, Detroit, Columbus, and Memphis under the 15%, with Philadelphia being added to a 15%. And Dallas, Fort Worth, Milwaukee, Arlington, and Pittsburgh have remaining under a 5%. So for the added 15% area, we now could see damaging wind gusts of 60 to 75 miles per hour possible today. So please be mindful that could be possible. Going into the new hail threat, looks like no change has been made to the hail threat, so the hail threat does remain the same as of this morning. So no change to the hail threat. So our updated summary says severe thunderstorms are expected this afternoon and evening from parts of southeast Missouri, northeastward to the southern Great Lakes. Scattered to numerous damaging winds, isolated large hail, and tornadoes will appear possible. Severe thunderstorms with damaging winds may also develop across parts of the mid-Atlantic. So, no change to today's hail risk yet. There's today's updated wind risk. There's today's updated tornado risk. And there's today's updated Day 1 outlook. So I do really hope that you stay weather aware and stay safe. And even though you may be in a marginal today, please still remain weather aware and stay safe. Sometimes in these marginals, these storms can do crazy stuff and that stuff. So, especially in the mid-Atlantic, now that we have that slight risk added, we now have the potential to see some more severe storms. But anyway, that's going to be it for the updated Day 1 outlook. I should be able to be available for the Day 2 outlook. But anyway, in the meantime, stay weather aware, stay safe, and I will be back with the Day 2 outlook. Take care, everyone.